Good morning. I'm Bill Bryant, hoping you're having a nice weekend. U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell has been a Kentucky senator longer than anybody else in history, and he indicates he'll seek another term in 2020. In an interview with me for this weekend's Kentucky Newsmakers, we also talk about a range of issues and about the presidential race.
Well, I run into people all the time, Bill, that say, I don't like either one of them. And if you look at the surveys, you'll see that most Americans don't like the choice. So how do you make a decision in a race like this? And here's what I tell people. If you're happy with where the country is now, you think America's doing just fine, and want 4 more years just like the last 8, then you ought to vote for Hillary Clinton, the candidate of the status quo. But if you want America to take a new path, this is really not a personality contest because apparently people are not fond of either one of them. The core issue is, are you satisfied or not? And I think in order to achieve a change in direction, you need different policies in the White House, and I'm convinced Donald Trump will be different, dramatically different from Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton.
Do you, when Trump campaigns, do you take him at his word that he is for some of the things that he says he is for, and could you support those things in the Senate? Says this wall between the U.S. and Mexico is a top priority. Have you given some thought as to how much money the Congress would allocate for something like that?
Well, there are parts of the border where a wall probably makes sense, other parts where it doesn't. Border security is important, and we haven't done a good job of securing the border. And to the extent that Donald Trump is more serious about securing the border than Hillary Clinton, and I think he is, I certainly agree with him.
Are the political parties in somewhat of an identity crisis right now on both sides? Democrats are openly courting Republican support at their convention this week. Trump says that the supporters of the self-described socialist Bernie Sanders should go for him. Who stands for what?
Well, I think people can pretty safely say the Republican Party is still America's right of center party, and the Democratic Party is not only left of center, but now far left of center, because Hillary Clinton has adopted most of Bernie Sanders' position. So there's a clear choice here philosophically. In terms of appealing to the voters, there's no question that Donald Trump is after people who are losing out in today's economy. Doing particularly well with white working class Americans who've lost jobs to foreign competition. And to the extent that he's appealing to a group that frequently votes Democratic, that's different. I don't think the policies are all that different. Hillary Clinton is obviously trying to make everybody convinced that, that Trump doesn't have the temperament for the job. So we'll see who makes the best argument to the American people and who wins. But, Bill, I keep coming back to it at the risk of repeating myself. Put all that aside, the core question before the American people is, do you really think things are just fine, as President Obama argued at the convention, or do you think we can do a lot better? Hillary Clinton is the candidate of things are just fine, give me 4 more years like the last 8. Donald Trump is a different direction.
Senator McConnell also talks about his autobiography called The Long Game, and he shares stories of growing up somewhat shy before getting into politics. We'll also have a clip from Allison Lundergan Grimes' speech at the Democratic Convention. Kentucky Newsmakers will air again this morning at 10 on the CW Lexington. Set your DVR or watch it then. We'll see you this week bright and early on WKYT This Morning. I'm Bill Bryant. We'll be right back.